Well, you were saying that at one point this was going to be your second film. Why did you end up pushing it off?
It just took a really long time. It took a really long time to construct. It took a really long time to find the footage that existed and to figure out how to frame it. The structure took a long time, and it needed a lot of breathing room and a lot of thought in between. And there were moments where I just couldn't make it anymore. Like there were several times where I just walked away from the film and decided, this is far too overwhelming and arduous, and I just can't do it. So I would, take a break. And the National Film Board was incredibly patient and long-suffering and just said, just take your break and come back when you're ready. So I went away and made another film and then came back. It's really hard when you make a film about your own life to, I think you just wonder if it's going to have any resonance for anybody. I mean, the idea was to make it about things that were universal and that might speak to other people, but you don't know, and it's kind of terrifying. So the idea that anybody cared about anything that was happening in the film was just very exciting.
Somebody said in the film, "Who cares about my fucking family?"
Exactly, yeah, which is the concern, right? I wasn't interested in making a film about my story and what happened to me. I mean, I feel like that had already happened to me, and I'd already processed it to a certain degree. It was really important for me to, in the construction of the film itself, be talking about and mirroring what the premise was. Strangely, the process of actually showing the film and talking to people about it has been so much more enjoyable than the making of the film. It's been a much more interesting experience, a richer experience, and not nearly as claustrophobic. Like making this film was not fun. Like it was returning to thinking about your family and your childhood every day for 5 years is not something any therapist would recommend. If you ever have the opportunity in your life to sit with a sibling and ask them their version of events that you were there for, and it is your job to shut up and not interrupt, you learn a lot. I always knew that I wanted the film to be a bit of an assault, like for it to just be this kind of frenetic and sort of jerky, almost silent movie-ish sort of cacophony of images, because I felt like that's kind of what it was. It was this mess and it was this noise, which is I think what most meaningful stories in our lives actually are. I think they're a kind of chaotic, bewildering mess that we hopefully create some kind of narrative out of to make sense of it. And I think that human need to tell stories and create narrative out of a chaotic mess it's so essential to survival in a way, just psychological survival.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank the woman who is not Wayne Robson's daughter, Sarah Polley.
Thank you very much.